What's up, everybody? Today I want to talk about the true long-range Season 3 meta for Warzone 2, and I actually haven't seen a lot of videos about this weapon. I have no idea why. I don't know if they're trying to hide it from you, but this is by far the best long-range option in my opinion, regardless of one-shot sniping, regardless of anything, and it's actually an old friend, the TAC-V, and hear me out on this. I know the recoil is kind of insane, and we're going to have a separate build. If you struggle with recoil a little bit, we're going to have a slightly different build for you. But this weapon is killing in 3 to 6 shots at range. It is killing in less than 500 milliseconds at range. It is consistently, when it hits, and there is a little bit of fire rate, that's a kind of a slow fire rate, so you have to make sure your tracking's on point. But if those shots land, there is no weapon beating you out at range with the mobility of an AR and the hitting potential of like the DMR from Warzone 1 in its prime. I'm telling you, this guy's insane. If you get one headshot at range, you're getting 3-4 shot down. It's insane. It is literally like you're playing multiplayer in Warzone 2 with the way the health feels, with the time to kill and the shots to kill on this weapon. Now, this is definitely broken, and it definitely shouldn't be like this, especially with the direction the developers have been trying to take with the updates of the game, trying to get the TTKs higher. Take advantage of this while you can. As always, please remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more content from me. Also, join our Discord server. Link is in the description. We play games together. It's a great time. Here it is, without further ado, the 18-inch precision 6-barrel with the tuning, recoil, steadiness, and damage range. Don't worry too much about the aim down sight speed, because this weapon has pretty good overall aim down sight speed, so these aren't going to matter too much. Now for this is kind of the controversial one. I use the Polar Fire S muzzle because I like the little bit of extra damage range, a little bit of extra TTK it gives me at certain ranges that I appreciate, and I feel like I'm pretty good at controlling the recoil, but there is another attachment that makes the recoil significantly easier to control, but this is the tuning I use for this. If not, scroll down to the muzzles over here, starting with the TYLR8, and go through here, whichever one of these you feel like you feel the most with. Test them out in the firing range. They all have a tuning setting for gun kick control, and you can tune that all the way up, and that helps out the recoil a lot with a slight sacrifice to damage ranges. And then I use the high velocity ammunition tuned for damage range and recoil steadiness. You can also tune this for bullet velocity. The bullet velocity is already pretty good, but you can, again, personal preference a little bit, test it out at the range, see what you like. 50 round drum mag, aim OPV4 optic, tuned to far, and you can mess around with this a little bit too, personal preference. I keep it in the middle. But anyway, yeah, the TAC-V is the best long range option for almost any scenario. I hard chow the one-shot snipers with this thing, with my ability to move an ADS fast with it. It's no problem. 3-4 shots, they're dead. No issue. And especially, like I said, if you get a headshot or two in there, it's really insane. But I'm loving this weapon, guys. Sometimes it is frustrating because, like I said, it is more of a skill ceiling gun, and I'm not the best player in the world, as you can probably see for yourself, right? So I do end up missing and getting off track sometimes, and that can really punish you with this weapon because, like I said, the fire rate is kind of low. So what that means essentially is that if you're not on target every time you take a shot, you're going to have a lot less forgiveness than with a higher fire rate weapon that allows you to keep putting damage on the target for over longer periods of time. So you have to stay on target, because if you miss 1 or 2 shots with this thing, with this fire rate, you might lose the gunfight, especially if you're up against a higher skilled player. It can be punishing, but when you land the shots, when you've gotten used to the recoil of this weapon and you're able to consistently land shots, it is unmatched. To any LMG, any battle rifle, any sniper rifle, this weapon is superior in almost any circumstance. I even use it, as you'll see in these clips, at close range. Sometimes I get pushed and I have this weapon out, and it handles close range engagements, no problem. I love this weapon. I mean, for, you know, the abilities that it gives me in game against people who are not using it, I don't think this weapon should be in the game. I don't love it as, like, a part of Warzone 2, but I love using it against other people, if you know what I mean. And but it needs to go. If this video gets any type of exposure, I'd like to say to any dev out there, fix this, please. This is not the way the game's supposed to be played. I see you making decisions, updates for a better, you know, more skill ceiling based Warzone with higher time to kills, which means that, like, because essentially with this weapon, if I see you first, you're dead. If I see you first before you see me, you're dead. And unless I, you know, miss my shots, which I do, which does happen sometimes. And that's not the way it should be. There should be room for maneuverability. Like, yes, bad positions should be punished. Bad positioning should be punished. But if just a happenstance scenario happens where I just happen to see you before you see me, you should have some ability to juke and maneuver when I don't just have a delete tool at my disposal and the game is over because I saw you first, or I shot you first. Whoever lands the first shot in this game, it seems, for the last couple metas, it's whoever lands the first shot wins the gunfight, right? So I do like the direction they're taking with some of the patch notes that they added. I think that definitely needs to be more steps taken, and I think this weapon needs to be nerfed because this is hitting harder than any LMG with the mobility of an AR. And yeah, it shouldn't be in the game. I mean, the weapon obviously should be in the game, but the weapon stats shouldn't be in the game. They should be fixed. I hope it does happen, because just for the sake of the game's integrity, like this completely blows every other option out of the water. So and I do think it's more interesting in a game when they give you more options and actual weapons that fit just specific circumstances, so you have to play around the weapon you're using rather than just, you know, aggro chow everything because you have a god tool at your disposal. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Once again, catch you guys in the next one.